Hey, what's up? I think I mentioned how I've been watching a bunch of murder mysteries and how impressionable I am when it comes to entertainment. It's just like it just seeps its way into my mind's eye and my everyday consciousness. So it's like I'm always kind of thinking in terms of the game I'm playing or the thing I'm watching. And this, the past weeks have been no exception. Where there was this car in front of me, for example. The license plate was like something like Dash or something. They had like all this swag in their car that kind of like indicated that they were probably like a Door Dasher. But here's the thing: it's like, who is that excited about being a Door Dasher that, or DoorDash, yeah. That they're covering their car with all that swag, and it's like, well, sure, that's a viable career. I'm not looking down on it whatsoever, and like, that's great. It flexible income, make your own hours, all that. Not looking down on it. But are you that excited that like it's all over your car? I don't know. So what does that indicate to me? It indicates like this is possibly like a little costume that they're putting on as a way of reeling people in, just getting can you help me find such and such street? And then you get closer. Because, everyone knows you don't talk to strangers or go up close to their car. But if their car is like, hey, I'm a DoorDasher, I just DoorDash. All I do is DoorDash all day long. And then you're like, okay, this is safe. And that's when they snag you. They grab you and then they stuff you in the back. So that's what I saw when I saw that car. There's like the cigarette butt that I saw like outside my front door. And I don't smoke. I don't have people over there that smoke. So like, who is this? Who's hanging about? Can I get a DNA test on the cigarette butt and find out what's going on? Peering out my windows, looking for people hovering around, looking for people that smoke. See if I can solve this mystery. So, anyway, I got all that on the brain. It's really hard to operate in normal circumstances when you're constantly looking for a murderer and you're constantly waiting. Well, not waiting to be murdered, but I'm not going to get murdered because I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at watching over my shoulder and running away, sprinting away when I need to. Doesn't mean I don't hurt myself in the process, but I'm pretty good at least keeping track of my surroundings and such. So don't you worry about me. Anyhow, let's see. We're here to talk about Lilyth, and oh my gosh, this girl came out yesterday. So for all of you, those of you that are sitting on their piles of Visior, I gotta say, hey, appreciate your patience. You haven't been knocking my door down. Not that you could, because I know how to block people from knocking my door down because I watch murder mysteries. So you're not doing that. You're not doing that here. Not today. Not tomorrow. Never. But we could talk about it, and then you know what to do with your Visior. And so no doors have to be attempted to be knocked down. So that's good for all of us, right? Right. So let's go see what she's about. Now, our girl Lilyth has been around for a while now. She is the shield to Prince Mont and now King Mont. She'd probably even be the shield for disgusting, dirty Ashen King Mont if she could, but she didn't exist in that timeline as somebody that was alive. Spoiler alert. So she couldn't be that. But anyhow, that's kind of her role in this whole story. She's super intense there. Let's go see what she's about. She is the Crimson Blade in Waiting. She is a light unit, a 70 cost light unit, and her job is going to be, I think yellow is Sword Warrior. So she's Lilyth, the Knight of Crimson Conviction. She's a red-haired knight in the service of Mont, the King of Leonis. Alongside Ramada, she was previously the driving force behind Calum, but has since been appointed as the commander of a new division, Vermiculus. She believes from the bottom of her heart that Mont will be the one to bring peace to the lands of Ardra. She will just follow him to the ends of the earth, Mont. Until that happens. So thanks for that, Lilyth. You've been doing your job very, very astutely. Let's see, her main job will be the Blade Knight. She's a Vanguard Striker class. It's a job that is capable of raising the slash attack resistance of nearby allies, while also bestowing an HP absorption effect on itself to allow for prolonged combat, with support abilities that further raise slash attack resistance and reduce magic damage dealt from long range. Ooh, that's nice, because a lot of these magic units that are out right now, they will smack you. They don't care. Like, they're not a missile unit, but I don't care that they're not. They'll smack you from a distance with these magic attacks. So, yeah, it's quite bestial. Not to be confused with bestiality. Making it particularly strong against slash attacks based on the caster's magic stats. So, strong against slash attacks. So I guess that means like Gilgamesh, because he does slash and he's magic. I don't know. I don't know quite what they're saying with these. They always talk in riddles when they put their little descriptions together. Next, get on that. Her sub job is Martialist. It's a Vanguard Striker class, a job that is durable thanks to courage, and can fire back with powerful attacks by greatly increasing its attack in exchange for lowering spirit. Did I hear that she had re-raise on Blade Knight as well? Because if she can have re-raise and courage, that definitely helps for staying alive. Vanguard Physical Tank class Paladin is a job that specializes in defense and can protect allies by drawing enemy attacks. So that usually gives you some sort of like a taunt or like hate up skill. So she's gonna be like a little bit tanky. She's gonna be like that, like she's supposed to be the shield for the prince or the king or whatever she does. And let's see, yeah, if she gets re-raise and courage, like that's pretty hefty, but I'm not sure about that. You gotta look that up somewhere. Her limit burst will be Radiant Obliteration. Let's go look at that. This is where she gets all intense up in our faces. Man. This will lower the defense of up to 2 targets for 3 turns, while dealing double hit damage of a extra large amount, while lowering spirit / attack resistance piercing rate for 3 turns. So 2 targets on that. She can use it once. It'll cost her 49 AP. So be mindful of that if that's something that looks great to you. Her TMR will be the Lion's Knight's breastplate. This is like her new outfit later, or just like not too long ago in the story. A bunch of our MRs got these new outfits, and Ramada was one. She was one. Adelard was one. So he's probably on his way soon with a new UR unit, which is great. So they're debuting their new looks. They're getting a little bit of upgrade as a unit. Anyway, so her TMR is going to be this. It's her new outfit. It's a breastplate given to Lilyth by Ramada, made from materials procured in Leonis, and a meteorite, from the Astrologer's Sanctuary, boasting incredibly high defensive power despite its lightweight, and instilled with Ramada's sentiments to protect her dear friend. This armor piece never fails to keep Lilyth safe. Like Ramada's attire, it possesses a unique fragrance that gives it a slightly sweet scent. So she's smelling all fresh while she's defending her lord and king and all that. Star Sworn Protection is the ability. It raises own and allies unit attack resistance for 4 turns, while bestowing a debuff effect, lowers man-eater upon magic attack for 3 turns, to successful attacks for 4 turns. So you and a friend, whoever you're slapping this on, can bust up some magic units, make it a little bit harder for them to eat men. So that's got some use, especially as we're seeing more magic attack people out there. HP 542, defensive 8, spirit of 14, and critical evade of 9 are the stats on this thing. And then there's one more piece that we should look at. We should look at her sword, I feel like, just to get the full picture before I decide whether she's cool to pull. Where is that going to be? Equipment. Because, maybe there's a detail in here that persuades me. Obtain Descending. So her sword's going to be the Tourbillon Buster. That will give, not this /attack up 5. It's going to give something else. We don't care about this. I'm not here to talk about this. Go look it up. Oh, I'm not going to awaken it either. I'm going to talk about the story behind it. That's what I'm here for. It's a sword that slumbered within the treasure vault of Horn. None sought to lay claim to the weapon, for besides its unconventional weight, it was as if it bucked against the fighting spirit of those who tried to wield it. It was eventually gifted to Lilyth at Schutzalt's behest, as he had realized after fighting alongside Lilyth for so long that she and the sword shared the same temperament in battle. As Schutzalt expected, Lilyth was able to tame the hefty weapon, and though she is quite rough with it on the battlefield, the sword itself seems to have no complaints. Ooh, for those of you that are super into all these redheads, you probably had no complaints either. If she roughed around with you, I don't know. Whatever. That's all up to you. I don't really want to talk about it. So let's go roll back. Where am I going? To this gal. All right. So is she cool to pull? Oof. Here's my thing with Lilyth. I just kind of find her to be a little bit boring. Yeah, and like that's kind of the role I think most of the time with shields. They aren't the most interesting characters usually. They can have a lot of personality. Like probably the most personality filled shield that I've ever known is got to be Seacard, right? And even his shield had personality. It's like an attractive shield. It had the mirror on it and everything. You know, not to say that like attractive people necessarily have personality, because they absolutely don't. But to be honest, like I feel like everybody in Ardra and Lapis and Palladia are attractive, and some of them have personality, some of them don't. So I don't know. That maybe is a weird tangent to go off on. Although, Garosa, he is not attractive, but he has like that weird danger element to him. But Garosa is more like Garosa, and I don't play around with dangerous men. Well, I try not to, because a lot of you guys rely on my breakdowns of the coolness, so you know how to spend your Visior. So I have a very important role to play. So I can't be gambling with my life. Anyhow, where was I going with this? I think shields can just be a little bit boring, and she's no exception. But it's like kind of also not her fault, because like she's kind of geared like she's a redhead. Redheads can be spicy. In fact, the drink that I have with me right now is I'm drinking my bourbon, but then I added this splash of, because it's still kind of early. I had to do this early because I've got a night ahead. But I add this splash of what is it, like it's like a sparkling water that's like spiced apple, which also I feel like fits her, because she's got her red hair. She's a spicy redhead. She's probably likes to take selfies with pumpkins and probably has pumpkin spice candles. So I felt like it all kind of worked. So that's my reasoning behind this drink. So yeah, she seems like she could be fun on the outside, but she's just not. She's really not. And I blame Mont for it, because if you're in service of that dude for so many years, man, it's got to take the wind out of your sails. No, I think, yeah, I would get bored. And maybe, no, I would never turn boring. It's just not in me to be that way. But I could see how it would happen to a lesser woman. So I don't know. Not to say that she's not a strong woman. She absolutely is, but just a little lacking in the personality department. And it's sad because, she got a little bit of nuance when we heard about her brother, Volka. And I was like, okay, she's got, this little, this thing that's going on with her. But then, we met her brother, and he kind of had he had way more personality than her. And as an older sister, I really can't abide by that. No younger brother of mine is going to have more personality than me. So I felt like that was another hit on her. But I guess it's possible, this weird timeline, he had a lot of extra personality, and he was interesting and fun, and I really liked him. But then it's possible in another timeline that he wouldn't. So who knows? I mean, that was the darkest timeline with Mont joining the church. So maybe that was Mont joins the church, crazy, darkest timeline. Volka has a good personality is the other thing. So I don't know. But is she cool to pull? Yeah, I gotta say no. It's she's light and she's slash, and man, those units are a dime a dozen. This game loves to give us free light slash units, especially slash. So, well, I guess that's also kind of a double-edged sword. Oh my gosh, stop honking your horn, yo. And so, like, on the one hand, she's always going to have people to sort around with on the light side. But on the other hand, it's like, well, there's plenty of other people you could use. 70 cost, you could use, what's her name? Valentine's Miranda. She's strong. She's a cool girl. I think, she might not be as tanky. She's definitely not going to be as tanky. But, when you're thinking about when do you use a 70 cost, it's usually going to be limited. I could see how she could be good in like the element unit, limited, because a lot of you are probably like, well, we don't use element teams anymore, so who cares if she's light, and if she has a lot of light friends. Well, that's true, but then, when do you use 70 costs? You use them in limited, and like limited likes to kind of force you into certain things, but I don't know. So yeah, she's got a lot of friends, but then at the same time, she's got a lot of friends. So that's that. So yeah, I'm sorry, Lilyth. You're a little bit on the boring side for me. You got, too many people that can do your job. Although re-raise encouraged, if you truly do have re-raise. Somebody else check that out for me. That's cool. You'll have a spot, but worth pulling? Worth spending your viz on? Yeah, so that's where it gets a little bit tricksy for you, my friend. So Lilyth, sorry, not cool to pull. But that said, I have 3 tickets, so I'll go spend those. And I've talked so much smack about her that I'm not surprised to see a brown book. It's not smack, it's just like, just not impressed. Oh. It's fine. She does her job well. Most shields usually do. Although, here's the other thing with shields. Usually they're protecting somebody who's stronger than them. And I get it, like that's not necessarily the point, that they have to be the stronger one, but it does seem like if you're going to have a shield, like definitely be stronger than me. Just running interference, I suppose? Yes. I don't know. Not my job to figure it out. I forgot to do this one too, so I'll do this now with you. A lot of people in our Discord or guild and whatever were like showing off some really good results today, so I'll see if I have it in me to pull off a good result, but probably not. My pulls have not been that great. But tell me if you're getting anything good, because then I'll be super happy for you. And I'm glad for this record speed too, because like I said, I gotta go get some things done. Yeah, see? Flotsam and Jetsam. Oh, good news is I'm getting real close to a Euro pool, and looking forward to one of the shop units that I'll get for that. Anyway. Yeah, so yeah, sorry, Lilyth. I did what I could, but that's gonna be up on you guys. Who she can party with? Probably it's like, what is Sword Warrior? I think that's like Cypher and Sunil. They're dark units. Again, that's fine. Like we don't use element teams. Yeah, I got it. Mullet Lucio, I think, is on that. Butts, those guys. And I guess like, yeah, if you're gonna do the job team, a lot of the cards now do overlap. You can get like Sword Warrior and Sword Knight, so she could like potentially protect stupid dirty mom. Who else is that? Is that Bradley? Beautiful Stern. I think Squall, if you like that guy. And it's like a lot of those cards will allow for that overlap. So yeah, I mean, like go figure it out. You want her and you get her. Enjoy it, I guess. But yeah. Other than that, yeah. There you have it. Well, yeah, that's that. And what else? Nothing. Really nothing. Really, really nothing. So, stop it. Stop talking. So I will say awkward goodbye, and as always, cheers. Cheers. Oh, sorry. Nicer. I'll say it nicer. More nicely. Nicely? Cheers. Cheers. No. That's not nicer. Cheers. 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 Cheers.